Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of the No Strings Attached podcast. So, bit of a change of scenery today. It's currently. What time is it? It's after 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've been having some problems with insomnia lately, and I want to start off first and foremost with an apology for not posting last week. With the 4th of July weekend going on, and I had some family issues last week, I didn't have the ability to make a video. On top of that, I didn't really have much to share with you guys. So, just to make things a little easier on myself, I think I'm going to switch from recording every week to every 2 weeks. It's just going to be a little easier for me to be able to do that, and, it gives me more time to be able to make things to show you guys. So, I want to start off right off with finished objects. So I've got a bunch of things, actually. I've got 2 big finished objects and then a whole bunch of little ones. So we're going to start off with these. I was going through my whips, and these are some shawls that I had yarn left to continue and make bigger, which I had intentions to do, but I just cut them short and kept them as like shawlettes. So this is a Fiber Spider Tutorials pattern. I believe it's the dragon wing shawl or something like that. This is made out of a Karen latte cake. I will put a link down in the description below to this pattern because I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I will definitely find it for you guys and leave a link down below. So this is made out of a Karen latte cake. I don't have the yarn label anymore, so I can't tell you what colorway it is, but I will find it and leave a link down below for you guys. So that is FO number 1. FO number 2 is this shawl that I showed you guys in one of my previous episodes that I was going to continue with my Lion Brand Big Scoop, but I decided to cut it short. I was going to frog it, actually, but I decided that, this is a decent enough size that I could wear it as a small triangle scarf. So this is a pattern that I came up with just kind of randomly doing my own thing. I showed you guys in the previous episode. It's just a half double crochet, then double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and then this row down here, which would be above this, is you double crochet into the top of the double crochet and then double crochet into this empty half double crochet stitch, going over the chain 1 and down into this empty stitch so that it gives the extended double crochet look. And I absolutely love this shawl. I love the colors in it. I believe this is Lion Brand Big Scoops in the colorway Moon Mist. And I love this colorway. It's one of my favorite colorways, other than the one with gray and yellow in it. That's another one that I absolutely love. The next thing I want to show you is some things that I made to go into my box for Wishes for Wings. This is my box. I've got everything in Ziploc baggies now with the yarn labels, which ones I did have, I stapled to the bags. Which leads me into, actually, I was at Walmart the other day and I bought some yarn, which it's just a single skein. I don't have an actual haul for you guys. I actually bought a skein of the Mainstays 100% cotton yarn just to try it out. I had heard some good things about it on another podcast, a couple of other podcasts actually. So when I was at Walmart, I decided to pick it up. This color that I bought was opaline green, and I already used the entire skein. This is all that I have left. It's maybe a yard. It's all tangled, but this is all that I have left. So this yarn is 180 yards, 165 meters. It's a 3.5 ounce skein. It's a medium weight number 4, calls for a 5mm knitting needle and a 5mm crochet hook, which is what I used for everything that I made with it. It's 100% cotton. Care instructions are machine wash cold, do not bleach, do not tumble dry, iron low heat, dry clean any solvent except for trichlorlithium. I don't know what that word is. If you guys can read that, maybe I can get it to focus. It's this big word right here. I don't know. I don't dry clean any of my stuff. If it says to hand wash it, I'll hand wash it. Otherwise, I just throw it in the washing machine. But because this is cotton, I would assume that you can wash and dry this in the washer and dryer. It's just going to shrink a little bit, which it doesn't matter. So I made 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of these little makeup remover pads. And I also made 6 washcloths out of one entire skein. I got 6 washcloths and 9 makeup removers, which probably would have ended up, if I had tried, but I didn't want to, it probably would have made another washcloth. But just to be safe, I decided that what I had left I was just going to use to make these, because they're just little 2 round circles. But these washcloths, these are 20 stitches by 20 rows using a 5mm crochet hook. I made these with the intention of them being like baby washcloths, because this mainstay cotton yarn is actually really soft. In my personal opinion, I compare it to the Lion Brand Kobu yarn, the 50% cotton, 50% rayon from bamboo yarn from Lion Brand. That's the stuff that I would compare this to, because when I was at Walmart, they had some of the Kobu yarn sitting right next to it, and I put them side by side, and I felt them, and they feel almost exactly the same. So I made these with the intention of them being washcloths for babies because of how soft they are, which I also have another washcloth here made out of Kobu, which is supposed to be for a baby. I believe this one is 25 stitches by 25 rows with a 4.25mm hook, because this is a 3-weight yarn. So I've got 7 washcloths that are meant for babies, which, because they're supposed to be for babies, I made them smaller. These are what I consider my adult size washcloths. You can clearly tell the difference in size. So this is supposed to be for a baby, and this is supposed to be for an adult. This is Lily Sugar and Cream, which is a much rougher cotton. So I've got 7 baby washcloths, 9 makeup removers. I've got 1 adult-sized washcloth, which I just showed you. And then I have another crocheted pouch that I'm going to turn into a zipper case. I showed you these in my last podcast, these 3 here. I have the fabric cut out and the zippers picked for them, but I haven't had a chance to work on them when it comes to actually putting in the liners and the zippers. So there's this one, and this one, and all of these pencil pouches are made out of the Loops and Threads Capri yarn, which is These are 87 yards, 1.75 ounces, 80 meters, 50 grams. This is a medium weight 4, 57% cotton, 28% nylon, and 15% polyester. It says hand wash warm, do not bleach, dry flat, do not iron, do not dry clean. But again, because it's cotton and there's the nylon blend in there, I would say that you can just throw these in the washing machine and they'll be fine. So these are 4 pencil pouches that just need liners, and this one needs the tail woven in. But I have 12 zippers in total, so what I'm thinking of doing is I'm just going to make all of the crocheted pouches, and then I'm going to cut all of the liners and all of the zippers and just sew everything together, and then they'll all be done at one time. So that's what I'm doing with those. So that's all of my finished objects that I have. I've got 3 whips to show you. So I'm going to start off right away with this one, which is just another washcloth for a baby. I've only got a few rows into it. I think I've got 4 rows into it. This is just another 25 stitches by 25 rows square, and this is some more. This is Lion Brand Kaboo in the beige color. Let me see. I've got Lion Brand Kaboo in the colorway beige. I don't know what that sound is. It's a 3.5 ounce skein, 232 yards, 212 meters. It's 50% cotton, 50% rayon from bamboo. It's a lightweight number 3. The recommended knitting needle is a 4mm. The recommended crochet hook is also a 4mm. It's machine washable and dryable. And it says that 1 ball will make a hat. So, and this is the Ziploc baggie that I'm keeping all of my baby washcloths in. So I'm going to put all of these back in here. And I'm debating on whether I want to wash these and lay them flat before I send them because they're curling. But I had the same problem with the other washcloths that I made, the adult-sized washcloths, and once I put them in the Ziploc bag and I pushed all of the air out of them and I let them sit for a while, they flattened out. So I'm thinking that I should be okay with not washing them, although I think I'm going to just to be safe. But as of right now, I just have them in there until I'm ready to do all of that. So the next whip is another washcloth. Ooh. My camera fell. Oh no. So this is just another washcloth out of that same Lily Sugar and Cream yarn that I have a cone of. This is another 25 stitches by 25 rows, but because I'm working this with a 5mm hook, it actually turns out quite larger. And for anybody wondering, yes, I am a left-handed crocheter. Oddly enough, I crochet with my left hand, but I write with my right hand, so I don't know what that's about. I think it has to do with the fact that my dad is the one that taught me how to crochet, and he crochets with his left hand, and he also writes with his left hand. He is predominantly left-handed, so I think that's what it has to do with, just because he showed me how to do everything, like how to chain and single crochet and hold the yarn, and he does everything with his left hand. So it just seemed more natural for me to mimic with my left hand. But I'm getting off track. The last finished object that I have is actually a giant giant tote bag that I am working on. And it's more so supposed to be like a diaper bag rather than a tote bag. So it's, as you can see, it is really, really, really big. And the yellow, it's primarily yellow with some green. I've got one pocket on it so far, which, yeah, this is all acrylic yarn. The yellow for the main body of the bag is actually a skein of yarn that I had in my stash. This is the Stitch Studio by Nicole brand. This is an AC Moore brand of yarn, so it is actually discontinued. You cannot buy this yarn anymore, but this is the colorway yellow. Super original name. I'm just going to give you guys the specs on it real quick anyways, even though you can't buy it anymore, which I apologize because this yarn is amazing. I love it and I miss it so much. It's 100% acrylic, approximately 744 yards, 680 meters. It is a 400 gram skein, or 14.1 ounces. It's a medium weight number 4. Recommended needle is a 5.5. Recommended crochet hook is recommended knitting needle is a 5 millimeter. The recommended crochet hook is a 5.5 millimeter. It's machine wash warm, do not bleach, iron low heat, tumble dry low heat, dry clean with any solvent except for that big word there. That one right there. So, and the green is just leftovers from a Karen 1 pound that I had. I want to say that it's like the spring green colorway or something. I'm not sure. It's just some random green yarn that I had that it's a medium 4 weight that went with the yellow. So I'm using the green for the pockets. This is the one side pocket that I have. Starts out with a few rows of single crochet and then does some netting. There is no pattern for this. This is my own design. I was basically trying to find the written pattern for the 8 pocket crochet tote that was on lionbrandyarns.com, but that pattern actually has been taken down and you can't find it anymore, so I decided to just do my own thing with it and try and mimic it as much as I could without actually making that specific pattern because I can't get it anymore. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I'm thinking about writing the pattern down for it, you know, the way that I made it, and possibly, you know, making a written pattern for it. But at the same time, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. And the fact that that pattern is no longer available, I'm sure there's a reason why. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that just yet. I might find a different way to do it from the way that I actually made it and, you know, just figure it out. I'm not 100% sure yet. But those are all of my whips and my FOs and everything else. I want to thank everybody for watching today, and I will see you all next time. Bye!